Good morning. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines Spirit of Most Hated Son. I am the diaspora machismo. All in all, it has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and or the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American, the Latinos, etc.? It was another beautiful day for a protest, but I do not have anything particular interesting to bring to your attention as related to my protest. And as you know, when I have protested and when I have brought you an update as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and my delight to bring to you something from the word of the Most High God. We are still in the book of Revelation, and the last thing we have covered is the first four of the seventh trumpet which the angels have sounded. And let me just refresh your memory. The fourth angel sounded his trumpet, and a star fell from heaven, and that star was called wormwood. And that star contaminated a third of the fountains of water on the earth. I told you that most stars are bigger than the earth. So if a star, literal star, was to fall upon the earth, it will encapsulate the whole earth. However, that star was called wormwood, and he contaminated the waters, the fountain of waters on the earth, one third of them. They became bitter and they became poisonous, and it killed a fraction of people. Next, we are going on to the sounding of the fifth trumpet. And the sounding of the fifth trumpet will give us an idea what this star fallen from heaven represents. But before we get there, something dramatic happened after the angel sounded the fifth trumpet, and whatever transpired happened. We saw an angel that was unrelated to the seven angels with the seventh trumpet flying in the midst of heaven, and he had a declaration to make. He said, 3 woe, 4 woe have passed, but 3 woes is coming. And he gives the impression that whatever going to happen next is going to be very terrible. And now we are going to examine the first woe that the angel proclaimed was going to happen. And that first woe will cover from Revelation chapter 9 verse 1 to 13. This first woe is very significant, so I am going to take a different approach in my teachings as I normally teach. First, I'm going to read the entire scripture as it relates to the sounding of the fifth trumpet, and then I'm going to go through it verse by verse and unpack what is happening here, because there is a lot of things happening here. Things are going to be happening here that you will never believe, that you have never heard of before. Let us get into it. So here we go. Revelation chapter 9 verse 1. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fell from heaven and onto the earth, and to him was given the key of a bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose smoke out of the pit, as the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. Verse 2, and there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpion of the earth hath power. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither the green things, neither the trees, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. And to them it was given that they should not kill them, but that they should torment them 5 months, and their torment was as the torment of a scorpion, when it striketh a man. And in those days shall man seek death, and death shall not find it, and shall desire to die, and death will flee from them. And the shape of the locust was like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men, and their hair as the hair of women, and their teeth as the teeth of lions. And they had breastplate as if it were breastplate of iron, and the songs of their wings was as the song of chariots of many horses running into battle. And they had tails like unto the tails of scorpion, and there were stings in their tails. And their power was to hurt man 5 months. And they had a king over them, which were the angels of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue was Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue had his name Apollyon. So when the fifth angel sounded his trumpet, something significant happened here. And this also happened when the fourth angel sounded his trumpet. A star fell from heaven. But we noticed something with the star that fell from heaven. Something was given to it, a key for the bottomless pit. That means this star is not a regular star as we see in the heavens. This star represents an angel of the Most High God. Remember, in Revelation chapter 12, another star fell from heaven there, and he swept 1/3 of the angels of the stars with him. This star that fell from heaven in Revelation chapter 12 represented Satan, and the 1/3 of the stars that he swept with him represented the 1/3 of the angels of heaven that he managed to deceive and cause them to become castaway like himself. So this star which fell from heaven when the fifth angel blew his trumpet was an angel of the Most High God, and he was given control over the bottomless pit. Now you may ask, is this bottomless pit a literal thing, or is it figurative? Let me bring you some information, and it will show you that this bottomless pit situation is a figurative thing. We must remember that this angel fell down from heaven onto the earth. So this bottomless pit is on the earth, right? So now let us see. The longest distance on the earth is the circumference around the earth, which measured 24,901 miles. If you dig a hole through the center of the earth from the North Pole to the South Pole, or from the East Pole to the West Pole, it is going to measure 7,900 miles. And if you measure from the surface of the earth to the earth crust, you are going to get different measurement based on where you are. For example, if you are in the bottom of the deepest ocean, from the floor of the ocean to the earth crust will measure just about 4 miles. If you are on the highest mountain, which is Mount Everest, from the top of Mount Everest to the earth crust will measure 44 miles. And if you are on the level plateau on the earth, from a level plateau on the earth to the earth crust will measure about 19 miles. What I'm trying to say here is that the longest distance on the earth has a measurement that is known to man. So even if you stretch it out, it is not bottomless. So the question we still left to answer here is, what is this bottomless pit? If you remember, in Revelation chapter 1, 2, and 3, when we dealt with the 7 churches, which is the 7 nations, we discovered that there are 8 nations on this earth. And we also discovered that 7 of those nations derived from the sons and daughters of Noah. And those nations are the Israelite nation, the Arab nation, the Indian nation, the Asian nation, the Arawaki nation, the African nation, the Israelite nation, and the Caucasians nation. 8 nations on the earth. And we learned that the 7 of the 8 nations was appointed a chief angel from the Most High with a battalion of angels to watch over and protect those nations from Satan and his angels. We also learned that the only nation that was not appointed a chief angel and a battalion of angels to watch over them was the Caucasians nation, because the Caucasians nation already have a chief angel and a battalion of angels watching over them. And that chief angel is Satan, the angel that is formerly known as Lucifer, and the 1/3 of the angels that he swept out of heaven. We must not forget that in Malachi chapter 1 verse 2 to 4, the Most High God declared to Malachi that he will hate the Edomites and he will hate the Edomites forever. And in Malachi chapter 1 he said indignation. Indignation is anger. Anger is short-term hate. And if the Most High is going to be angry with a nation forever, it just means that he outright hates them. We also learned that the Edomites of Bible time are the Caucasians of today's time. And I point you to the reference to a publication of the Jews, Chabad, or online chabad.org, when they were discussing 14 facts you must know about Esau. They says that Esau is the father of the Romans, and we know the Romans are Caucasians. And if we follow history carefully, we'll discover that every other nation apart from Greece came out of Rome. That is, every white nation apart from Greece came out of Rome. The book of Trumpet, the publication Trumpet, also give the Duke Magdiel, which was one of the Duke of Esau, the responsibility for being the father of the Romans. In the book of Genesis, when they were naming the dukes of Esau, Magdiel's name is mentioned in the book of Genesis. There are other references that I can give you, but Magdiel will be the one that we'll deal with right now. And this comes from Chabad.org. I did not want to jump ahead to other chapters in Revelation that we have not covered yet, but in order for me to give you a better understanding, I really have to jump ahead. In Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 to 4, we saw a beast coming out of the sea. And we know that this beast coming out of the sea represents the birth of a new nation. Further study will show you that the beast that came out of the sea represents the Caucasians nation, and we'll get to that when we get to Revelation chapter 13. What is interesting here is in Revelation chapter 12, a description of Satan, the dragon, was given. And he was given as one having 7 heads, and on his heads it have 10 crowns, 10 horns, and on his heads there were 10 crowns. Revelation chapter 13, in describing the beast, which is the Caucasians nation, that beast had 7 heads, and on those 7 heads he had 10 crowns, 7 crowns upon his head. And he had 10 horns. He looked exactly like the devil. In Revelation chapter 13, the devil gave to the Caucasians nation his seat, his power, and his great authority. And his seat represents his title over the earth, which is, according to the Son of God, Satan is the prince of this earth. And because he's a prince of the earth, he controls the resources of the earth. So when he gave the Caucasians nation his seat, he gave him control over all of the resources of the earth. That is why the Caucasians nation controls all of the minerals of Africa, the oils in the Arab country, every wealth on the earth, they controls it. So Satan also gave to the Caucasian nation his power. What is the greatest power that the devil have? The greatest power that the devil has is the power to deceive man and angels to their own destruction. Remember, his deception of the angels of heaven caused 1/3 of the angels to fall from the grace of the Most High God. And when he came to earth, he deceived the woman, who in turn swayed her husband into disobeying the laws of the Most High God. The Caucasians are the greatest liars in the entire world. There is no nation on the earth that will go out of their way to lie even when a lie is not necessary. Satan also gave to the Caucasian nation his great authority, which is control over the demonic world. And we think Africa and Haiti are evil. You come to California and you will see what real demon possession is all about. You will see how the Caucasians manipulate the demon world to control and to enslave all of the people that you confront here. And that is because Satan gave to the Caucasian nation his great authority, which is control over the demonic world. Like their father, the devil, the Caucasian nation has an unquenchable desire to do evil. No matter how much evil they produce, no matter how much evil they inflict upon the world, no matter how much evil they inflict upon the other nation, their desire to do evil cannot be quenched. So here the bottomless pit represent the Caucasians' desire, unquenchable desire to do evil. Now when the angels opened the bottomless pit, what happened? A mass quantity of smoke came out. That smoke was so dense and so intense that it blocked out the sun and it polluted the air. And after pitch blackness engulfed the entire earth, then some large locusts came out of the bottomless pit. And power was given to these locusts as the scorpion of the earth has power. So here we see the smoke, the large smoke that blocked out the sun and brought a pitch of darkness all over the earth, was a disguise, a cover, so that these creatures could come out onto the earth. So what does this mean? Remember, that angel was given the key to open the bottomless pit. And in the bottomless pit is the Caucasians' unquenchable desire to do evil. That means that angel was given the control over the Caucasian desire to do evil. And what did he do? Do you remember what the Caucasians did with the COVID-19 virus? How the United States government monies was spent to create that COVID-19 virus, and how the Caucasians intentionally let go that virus into the public domain and cause millions of people to become infected and die from the COVID-19 virus. Like the HIV virus, the COVID-19 virus was designed to destroy the entire black world. The angel of the bottomless pit is going to give the Caucasians the technology that is needed to develop these big horse-like monsters, and they are going to convince them that these grand horse-like monsters is going to go out and they're going to kill the entire black world. The Caucasians is going to fall for the deception of this angel. In the same way they created the HIV virus, in the same way they created the Ebola virus, in the same way they created the COVID-19 virus and spread it around the world, they are going to create these massive destruction of evil that is spoke about in Revelation chapter 9, and they are going to unleash them upon the earth. with the hopes and the intent that these massive destructive creatures are going to destroy the black earth, the black world, sorry. When the Caucasians create these monsters of giants and set them out upon the black earth, upon the black world, something particularly is going to happen. Remember, according to Revelation chapter 9 verse 11, these creatures had a king that ruled over them, and that king was the angel that was given the key of the bottomless pit. Now, something significant happens here. That angel, who was the king over these creatures, gave them a command, and says, and it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green things, neither any trees, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. So the people who did not have the seals in their foreheads was the Caucasians, the members of the Caucasian nation, and all of those people who decided to get the mark of the beast, those who participated in homosexuality, bestiality, abortion, and those who were raped and did not out their rapists and allowed their rapists to go on to make more victims. Those are the mark of the beast. The three main mark of the beast, as it is given in Revelation 14. The name, the number, and the number of his name. Homosexuality, bestiality, and abortion. And these beasts are going to go about stinging these people. They'll be running about. They will call for death, but death will run from them. They will beg for death, and death will not come to them. My people, this is the sounding of the fifth seal. Like this video, share this video, leave a comment on this video, and remember, there are many more interesting videos like these right here. So go down, peruse them, and let me know what are your thoughts about those videos. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite motivator. I am the Diaspora Machismo. I'll talk to you on Wednesday when we will go into the 6th blowing of the trumpet.